Oh, it would help if I turned it on over here. All right, looks like we're good to go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a very early kick here in the Greater Anderson Youth Football League, live from Old McCants Field in Anderson, South Carolina. We've got a doubleheader coming up today. The Anderson Seminoles, the 8U team, are going to be taking on their rivals in the Anderson Rams here in just a minute or two. We've had kickoff. The Rams have run out onto the field. We should be ready to go shortly. And then after that, within 15 minutes of the closing moments in this game, I believe, the Anderson Bills are going to take on their rivals in the Anderson Cowboys. And, of course, later tonight, if you're subscribed to the channel, obviously, if you haven't done that, make sure you do. You'll get notifications on which games are going live next. But later this evening, we've also got some grown man football between the Electric City Chargers and the South Carolina Outlaws coming up around 7 p.m. That's a long ways to go. We've got a good bit of football to take care of before that. 1st down and 10 for the Seminoles. They got the toss to receive, or they received the opening kickoff, I guess you could say, even though we don't have kickoffs here in the GAFL. They will start the game with the ball. The Rams will get it to start the third quarter. And we're waiting on the ready to play from the officials. Looks like we're about ready to roll. Now each team, allowed one coach on the field at a time, and looked like, for some reason they spotted it on the 15 to start the game. That's not right. It comes out to the 20. So now I think we're ready to go. But as I was talking about, each team allowed one coach on the field. Again, these are 8-year-olds. Sometimes they can get a little misaligned, so it helps to have a coach out there to help line them up. And we've got a late snap going to the outside. Taken down from behind is going to be number 4, Princeton Davis on the carry. We've seen him make some explosive plays for the Seminoles on the year. This one, though, not quite going their way. It'll be a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11 coming up for the Seminoles. All right, and we apologize for any technical difficulties. It looks like, at least on our end, things seem to be sputtering, but I'm not quite sure. On your end, it may look a little better as we've got a run to the other side here with some room. I believe that's number 30, and whoever it is has got a full head of steam heading past the 50. The Seminoles sideline is going crazy. He's got nothing but green grass in front of him, being chased from behind, and thought he lost the football. I think that was a guy's shoe. Touchdown, Seminoles. I think that's Amir Weston on the carry. He's usually the only one with a white helmet. Well, we got a lot of white helmets out there, actually. Hard to say. I think I caught a glimpse of a 30 on that jersey, but whoever it was, an 81-yard touchdown run on the second play from scrimmage, and it puts the Seminoles up 6-0 early. Man, what an electric way to start off what's kind of been a sleepy morning. It's bright as bright can get out here. I don't even know if you can see the end zone with those shadows. It's hard for us to see, too. But yeah, kind of a sleepy morning. That'll get you woke up, though. An 81-yard touchdown. And the Seminoles will line up for the conversion here. It's the same distance as a 2-point conversion, only worth 1 point, though. We'll see what they decide to do here. Don't believe the Seminoles have actually attempted a conversion through the air this year. They've thrown 1 or 2 passes in the games we've done, but for the most part, they've kept it on the ground, especially when they get into these goal-to-go situations. And I think they handed this one off up the middle, and it's not going anywhere, but we got a flag out late. Let's check the penalty. False start called against the offense, and that, in a way, could actually help the Seminoles out, given that last play didn't really go anywhere. So the Noles will get another chance, this time from the 7-yard line. Gives them a little bit more room to work with laterally. Let's see if they can get the edge here again. Not 100% sure. It looks like Kennebrew in at quarterback. Whoever it was lost the snap, and no harm, no foul. It was just a conversion. Fumble recovered by the Rams. So no conversion, but the 81-yard touchdown run by Weston still stands. 6-0 early in favor of the Seminoles. And we will be right back to it in just a moment. The Rams set with their first possession on offense. Coming up. And I think we've got our ready for play, or at least the signal for the clock to roll. The Rams making some late substitutions. This is an interesting formation. 3 wide receivers in the set. Most teams have really only used 1, sometimes 2 if they're feeling daring, but looks like the Rams are either trying to spread the box out and free up the runs up the middle, or they've got genuine confidence in their quarterback. The Seminoles don't quite seem fazed by it. They've only got 1 DB out in the formation right now. That's Kennebrew. He's aligned on the slot receiver. I think they got another one kind of playing towards the box. Not seeing anybody on the very far side, though. Interesting choice defensively. Here's 1st and 10 for the Rams. And we've got whistles before the snap. They were going to try a sweep to the far side away from all those receivers. And it's going to be a false start called against the Rams, so make it 1st down and 15. All right, and we've got the ready for play once again. The Rams will get another crack at it, this time from the 15-yard line. They got a long ways to pay dirt, but as the Seminoles just showed us, that can be covered very quickly. Don't let the size of these kids fool you. And they're going to try another run to the right, and that one is bottled up, contained, and taken down by the Seminoles. Can't quite tell who made that tackle. I believe that's Amir Weston again, number 30, with a touchdown run and a tackle for loss now. That's going to bring up, we'll split the difference, call it 2nd down and 20. Looks to be about that far at least. Could be maybe 2nd and 19 or so, depending on where exactly they spot the ball. The Rams moving with a little urgency. They got lined up quick for, at least for Little League standards, and got whistles before the snap again. Are we going to see our 3rd false start of the game? And no, this one's offsides. Well, they signaled for offsides but called it against the offense. I think he just pointed the wrong way. So that'll move it up 5 yards, make it 2nd down, and like I said, 2nd and 20 wasn't exact. Looks like that was 2nd and 19, and now we've got 2nd and 14. And nope, now they've moved it back, so keep it at 2nd and 20, I guess. And this one is bottled up in the backfield. I think they were trying to set up a quarterback draw up the middle, and it just did not work at all. Another TFL by the Seminoles defense. The line to gain is the 30. They're going to set up shop on, I think, the 9 or the 8. We'll call it 3rd down and 22. And the Rams taking their time in the huddle now. They've got to make sure they have their best play dialed up. Again, provided either of them can get the edge, I think both teams have the playmakers to be able to make some explosive plays, pick up a lot of yardage in a hurry, but so far the Seminoles just have not allowed the Rams to get outside the hashes. They've tried it once, and it just didn't quite work. And even on the plays that were blown dead, the Seminoles defensive line has done a good job of getting penetration, and they're going to try a straight quarterback blast up the middle, and I don't think that play was ever going to pick up 22 yards. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 18. The Rams, are probably going to elect a punt. It's not a punt in the traditional sense. It's just about 30 yards from the spot where the ball initially was. So they are going to flip the field at least to an extent. It's not going to be a huge gain, but it's better than turning it over on downs inside your own 10-yard line. Looks like the ball is going to be spotted at the Rams 37, or check that, the Rams 39. So a very short field coming up for the Seminoles. We'll see if they can capitalize. Yeah, me too. The bit rate's just flying all over the place. And we got more flags before the whistle. This is our 4th procedural penalty so far, and I think that was one of the coaches yelling. I mean, I'd be frustrated too, especially the Seminoles, at least on the procedural side, have kept things really clean so far this year. This is uncharacteristic, even for the Rams. We haven't seen them, but I imagine just the number of pre-snap penalties they've both had, very surprising. Not sure if the kids just aren't quite woke up or what's going on. Ball's moved back to the 44 now, 1st and 15 for this Seminoles offense. And everyone taking an extra moment to make sure they're lined up. Snap goes to, can't quite tell who it is, but they've got the edge. And oh, nice tackle in space there by the Rams. Number 3 of the Rams with the tackle. That's number 13 for the Seminoles on the carry. That was Keon Young with a gain of about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Yeah, the Rams did a really good job of pursuing the ball carrier on that one. When I first saw him break to the outside, I thought he was going to go for at least 20, 30 yards, but that, especially the second level of this defense, did a really good job getting off their blocks and swarming to the ball carrier. Good play all around by that defense. And the Seminoles taking another moment to get everything lined up. Looks like Weston's going to take the snap at quarterback this time. And he's going to try the sweep, and this one, breaks one tackle, cannot break the second one. It took 2 men to bring him down, but it's going to be a TFL. And that is going to set up 3rd down and very long. The line to make, is at the 28. The Seminoles have it on the 46. As that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. 6-0 early for the Seminoles, but this Rams defense has really stepped it up over the past couple of plays after giving up an 81-yard touchdown on the second play from scrimmage. We'll take a break and see what the Seminoles have dialed up. All right, start of the second quarter here. Rams down early, but they've got a chance to get the ball back if they can stop the Seminoles here on 3rd down and 17. And they do try the reverse, and nothing but green grass in front of the ball carrier. I think that's Kennebrew. Got one man to beat. They're doing a good job of tracking him down, and he will be taken down, but he hangs on to the football and, more importantly, moves those chains. Man, what a run. Mekhi Kennebrew on the carry for the Seminoles, and I think he's a little frustrated that he didn't get the touchdown, but hey, a gain of 40-some-odd yards is nothing to scoff about. 1st down and goal coming up for the Seminoles after the big run by Kennebrew. We'll see where exactly they spot this ball. It looks like they're going to set up shop on around the 3-yard line. It's really just a glorified conversion at this point. We'll see what they got dialed up. The Rams did a good job on short yardage. The Seminoles did have 2 cracks at the conversion after they scored that 81-yard touchdown. They had it once from the 2-yard line, didn't get it, but a false start penalty pushed them back anyway, and then they didn't get it from the 7 either. So short yardage-wise, the Rams got to feel at least a little bit confident now that they've kind of condensed the field some, but obviously backed up against the wall. There's advantages for both teams. And the Seminoles going to box everybody in offensively. Amir Weston going to take the snap and taken down. Might have gained a yard, but he did not score on that one. 2nd down and goal coming up. So they tried just running it up the middle into the teeth of that Rams defense. Did not quite get the look they were looking for. Ball is spotted on the 2-yard line. And hopefully our stream bit rate can get back up in time for this play. This is a pivotal one. 2nd down, loaded backfield. This actually might be an illegal formation. I think that's what the coach recognized. So you can have up to 3 men and the quarterback in the backfield. So this is legal. And taking the snap is number 4. I think that's Princeton. Got the edge. Touchdown Seminoles. No flags. Make it 12-0 in favor of the Seminoles. That's Princeton Davis on the carry, getting the Seminoles their 2nd touchdown of the game. And here we go. On the conversion, trying to break this to the outside. I think that's Davis again, and he will not get it there. Would go down as a TFL for that Rams defense, but just a conversion won't appear in the stat line. So keep it at 12-0. Short yardage, the Rams defense has mostly held up, but they did give up that really big touchdown there just a moment ago to Princeton Davis, kind of out of the wishbone, and they ran a sweep with a whole bunch of blockers in the backfield already. Kind of got everybody moving. 5:09 left to go in the 1st half. Seminoles up by 2 scores. Yeah, we're not sure if that came through on the mic or not. We're just discussing what to do about the stream bit rate. We think we've got a solution lined up. We'll try it out at halftime. Until then, 1st down and no, that should say 10, not 12 for the Rams. Ball spotted on the 20-yard line. And kind of had some trouble with the snap. They've got it now, trying to break to the outside, and no! Another TFL. Man, both of these defenses playing lights out in the backfield. They've really gotten some good penetration, both into the offensive box and on the edges. That'll go down as a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13 coming up for the Rams. As we got all right, and we've switched Wi-Fi networks. We'll see if that streamlines things any. As we've got, they're going to try the reverse. They might have some room here. Well defended initially, but Weston makes a man miss, and he's shoved out of bounds inside the 20. Perfect time to dial up the reverse there for the Seminoles. They pick up the 9 yards they needed, and they've got a 1st down and 10. Ball spotted in the red zone, and they've got that clock to stop at 1 minute and 16 seconds. Weston ran out of bounds, was going forward. That one will stop the clock. And at least initially, switching the network seems to have worked. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Hopefully we don't have any more issues. Ball is spotted, I believe, on the 16-yard line. The Seminoles obviously can pick up a 1st down without scoring here. The line to gain is the 6, but the line they're looking at is the goal line. Though it's taking both teams a moment to get set up here. Princeton Davis going to take the snap at quarterback here. He'll sweep to his right. Got a man right in his face. Kind of outran his blockers on that one, and he's trying to get out of bounds. He will not. Forward progress stopped. They're going to say he got as far as the 15. That'll be 2nd down and 9, and the Seminoles are going to take their last time out. So definitely keep an eye on that clock now. I can't quite tell from here because of the glare from the sun. Looks like about 31 seconds to go. So if they don't score here, provided they get to the line fast enough, they should have time for one more play. But if somebody, gets misaligned, misses an assignment somewhere, they don't have any timeouts, delay a game will not stop the clock because we've got 30 on the game clock. Delay a game is 40. So if they don't score here and do try to run another play, they're going to have to move very quickly. You'd almost have to tell the kids to run the exact same thing they're running here. You don't have room to get fancy with it. All right, here we go. Weston going to take the snap in a split backfield, and he's going to look to throw. And actually, it looked like he was going through his progressions there, and incomplete. Yeah, clock will stop, so not the worst thing in the world. Looked like the receiver couldn't quite tell who it was. He was open on that one, just couldn't reel it in. Again, might have lost it in the glare from the sun. I can't mention that enough. It is so bright out here. It's hard for us to see the field, much less the kids that are down there. If I were them, I'd be running toward that right side of the play there by Weston on that pass. It looked like he actually turned his head when he saw one guy wasn't open and went to his next read. Like, got an 8-year-old quarterback going through his progressions. That is awesome. And Weston going to try to throw again here. Got a clean pocket. I think he might have tried a pump fake there and going to have to run for it. Weston trying to break outside, sheds one tackle, cannot make it to the 1st down. Might have gained 3, but he needed 9. And the Rams will not take a timeout, or did they? Did they take a timeout? We got 5.4 seconds on the clock. I think the Rams might want one more play here. Yeah, clock is stopped, or at the very least, it'll stop automatically at the end of a failed 4th down attempt. So 1st down and 10 coming up in some capacity here, but regardless of the time, that is going to be a stop for this Rams defense, and that is not something we've seen the Seminoles come across a lot. They're up 12-0, sure, but offensively, it's been very sporadic. They've been really held up by 2 big plays, and past that, it's really been tough sledding. This Rams defense has done a great job of keeping them in check. And yeah, we are not going to halftime just yet. Once again, apologize for the technical difficulties. Looks like we're having some trouble with the bit rate again. Not quite sure what's going on. Just looks like might have a lot of people here. The network may be getting a bit clogged up. Looks like we're back up to speed now, though. Here's first down and 10 for the Rams. They would almost have to. I don't see any way this could be not the last play of the half. I don't know. 5.4 seconds is a lot of time in the NFL, but I don't know if the 8-year-olds have enough time to, run your standard little quick out, shave 4 seconds off, and they're going to keep it on the ground. So this is going to be the last play for sure, as it's going to go for no gain. Man, credit to the ball carrier there for the Rams. He tried every avenue he had available to him. He tried to go off tackle, couldn't get it, tried to go between his receivers, couldn't go there, tried to go outside the hashes, couldn't go there, tried to bounce it all the way outside the numbers, couldn't go there either. Good job by the Seminoles defense bottling that one up. But the Rams, again, just good vision, trying every avenue available, and that is going to be how the half ends. 12-0 in favor of the Seminoles, but the Rams hanging around. They've done a good job of staying in this one. We'll be back in exactly 5 minutes for the start of the third quarter. All right, we're back at it and ready to start the third quarter. I didn't realize we'd have homecoming festivities at halftime, so that took up a little bit of chewed some clock on our end. Took a little longer than we expected, but good for the kids to get out onto the field. And I believe it was Zamari Oyeyemi for the Seminoles that won Homecoming King, at least for their team. The Rams had one of their own as well. Now, the Rams can't stay focused on homecoming for too long because they got a 2-score lead to come back from. The Seminoles started the game on their second play from scrimmage. They ran it 81 yards for a touchdown. Also had a short touchdown run by Princeton Davis on their next drive. And for the Rams, it's been a lot of that. Another tackle for loss by the Seminoles defense. That time it looked like one of the defensive linemen getting in the backfield early. Timed up that snap count well. And I guess technically to go down as a quarterback sack. He kept it on that run. 2nd down and 12 coming up. So that's been the big obstacle for the Rams offense. They've busted loose on 1 or 2 plays, but so far they have not even crossed midfield. They've really been struggling to get anything going, and a big reason why is how well the Seminoles defense has been pursuing on the outside. As they're going to try and split the difference and go up the middle here. But that one doesn't go too far either. Short gain, enough to set up 3rd and manageable. I believe it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Yeah, ball spotted on the 23-yard line. So a gain of 5 on the play. They'll need 7 more. We apologize for any technical difficulties. We've been battling with the signal all morning long. I think we just got a lot of people here. It's kind of clogging up the network. As on 3rd down and 7, the Rams try and run it up the middle, and spinning out of one tackle is number 7, dragging some more men with him past the sticks for a 1st down. And the Rams have finally found a way to move those chains. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Or check that at 33, but still, they only needed 9. They got about 13. Here we go. Now the Rams moving quickly. Again, they got a 2-score lead to make up, and the Seminoles can really chew up some clock. 8-minute quarters as well. We've already lost 2 minutes. We'll be below 6 minutes by the time this ball is snapped. And, yep, got flags down on the field. Both teams started out a little sloppy with the procedural stuff early. They got it cleaned up in very short order, though. This one, the refs seem a little confused about who it was against, but they get it sorted out, call it against the Seminoles. Offsides is going to be the penalty, so make it 1st down and 5. Clock is stopped at 5:57 to go in the 3rd. And pistol look on offense for the Rams. Here's the snap, and going to go a straight quarterback run. Might have gotten a yard or 2, not much. I think they're going to say progress was stopped at the 40, so make it 2nd down and 2. The Rams have another chance to move the sticks here. 2nd down and 2 should be pretty manageable for them given how they've run it on this drive. Check that, that's 2nd down and 3. Same difference though, they seem content to go short yardage up the middle on a couple occasions, not just this one drive. They've really tried to get that running game set up between the hashes. As, whoa, snap goes over the quarterback's head, and I think the Seminoles got it. Blown dead for sure. No signal from the officials, but the chain gang's moving, and there it is. Fumble recovered by the Seminoles. So just as it looks like the Rams were getting something together, a bad snap goes the other way, and the Seminoles are going to have some great field position to start this drive off. I actually do not think that the Seminoles have started a single drive from their 20-yard line, except that opener when they ran it for an 81-yard touchdown. Ball is going to be spotted on the 32. It's 1st down and 10. 5 minutes and counting left to go in the 3rd. And the Seminoles kind of taking their time to get set here. And we actually didn't get the ready for play until just now, so that might have had something to do with it. Amir Weston going to line up to take the snap. And Weston thought about handing it off, now going to sweep to his right. And getting to the edge, cutting back inside. He won't take this one to the house, but he did get a nice little gain out of it. We'll see exactly where they spot it. They're going to put him on the 24. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2. Gain of 8 on the play for Weston. He's had a big day so far. Had that big touchdown run as well as a tackle for loss on defense. A couple of pass attempts as well. 2nd down and 2 coming up. The Seminoles going to go full huddle here. They might, and the linemen, break the huddle first. They're keeping the skill players back. They may be trying to reverse here. That's about the only thing I could think of that would take that long in the huddle to explain. They've already tried 2 reverses so far in this game. They've worked well, but the second one definitely did not work as well as the first. The Rams defense kind of catching wind of what they've been doing, and this is what they were talking about. They flipped the offensive line. So they wanted to try a pre-snap shift, and they're going with that same kind of bizarre-looking formation, but it is technically legal. You can have up to 4 men in the backfield, including the quarterback, and he's got kind of 3 running backs all lined up in a row beside him. And they're going to use all those running backs as blockers. Princeton Davis making his way through traffic. Davis has the 1st down, trying to get the edge, stiff arms a man, and goes out of bounds inside the 20, right around the 10. So they take a while to get that one set up in the huddle, but it pays its dividends. 1st down and 10 coming up for the Seminoles. Not quite goal to go. It looks like it's going to be spotted, right around the 12 or 11 yard line. So they can pick up a 1st down without scoring, but if they pop a 10-yard run, I'd be a little surprised if they got shoved out at the 1 or so. But anything can happen. We've seen that time and time again this year covering these games. We'll see how they operate in a red zone situation. It took them a little while the last time they got down here, but they did end up scoring. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We got another game coming up after this between the Cowboys and the Bills. That one's slated to start at 11:15. Maybe a little later, given that the homecoming proceedings took a bit longer than everyone was expecting. That play maybe took a little longer than folks were expecting. But in the end, it's going to go down as a loss of 1 for the Seminoles. A patient run, but ultimately doesn't go anywhere. Number 13, Keon Young on the carry. 2nd down and 11 coming up. And we will actually probably be below 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter by the time this ball gets snapped. With a 2-score lead, I'm sure the Seminoles will like nothing more. Again, they can really chew on some clock when they want to. And they tried the reverse, and this one gets blown to smithereens. Fumble forced on the play. Good awareness by, I think that was Kinnebrew. Yep, that was Makai Kinnebrew. Saw the ball go loose, didn't hear the whistle, and realized he needed to pick it up. So the turnover is dodged, but I think the Rams are absolutely keyed in on that reverse now. If the Seminoles want to try and trip them up, they're going to need something else. 3rd down and very long coming up here. It's going to be a loss of about 6 yards. We'll call it 3rd and 17. Ball spotted on the 16-yard line, I think. Could be a little further back. Again, with the brightness, it's kind of hard to tell where everything is right now. 28 seconds on the clock. The Seminoles are going to have to snap this one, but it'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter, barring an incomplete pass or a penalty. They're going with that same kind of 4-man backfield, and Amir Weston going to try the sweep. Weston navigating some traffic, but this one is not going to go for too big of a gain. This Rams defense, it's almost like they've got the playbook for the Seminoles. It's going to be a gain of 4, but they needed 17 on that one. And we have reached the end of the 3rd quarter, so the Rams defense doing its job. At this point on the field, the Seminoles are more than likely going to go for it, so the Rams will need to hold for one more play, but they've looked good on this set of downs in particular. So we'll see what they've got dialed up. 4th quarter coming up. Can the Rams pull off an incredible comeback, or will the Seminoles find a way to chew up even more clock? We'll find out as soon as the kids get some water. Again, no commercials here, no major breaks. We'll be right back to it in just a moment. And we've got some whistles. I believe that's the ready for play. It'll be 4th down and 13 when both teams get set. The Rams look like they're ready to go. They have found something that is working on defense. Eight minutes to go to decide this one, but remember, don't go anywhere after it's over. We got the Bills and the Cowboys coming up. The 10U game right after this one. Split backfield for Weston. Everyone packed in very tight on offense. And they're going to motion one man out to go in as a tight end. So, yeah, 3 tight ends here. Or actually 4, check that. 4 tight ends, 1 running back. Snap is dropped by Weston, but he's going to set up the throw. Oh, has a man wide open behind the defense. Touchdown! It's a touchdown pass. And they really caught the defense falling asleep on that one. I think that's number 32 with the catch. If I got the number right, that's Kyle Bordelon, but don't quote me on that. It was tough to see. I didn't know if he was going to throw that one. I mean, we saw him drop back to pass, sure, but I thought they had him sacked. Great job by Amir Weston to just breaking tackles and making it far enough to actually be able to throw that ball. Fantastic play. So the Seminoles make it a 3-score game, and that one should probably put it away unless the Rams can really get something going on offense. They're going to try and make it 19-0 here with a conversion. Davis in the backfield. He'll receive the snap from an empty set, cutting toward the sideline, and he's got it. 19-0 in favor of the Seminoles. As we gear up for another Rams offensive possession. Their last one ended in a turnover. We'll see if they can get some more consistency going here. Time is really ticking down here. Got 6.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. So the Rams are going to need to move very, very quickly, and they got a long way to go. Yep, 6 minutes and counting. Time-wise, they may be pushing it just to be able to score on this drive. Let's see what they got. It's a 3-receiver set with a tight end quite close to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to throw this one. It is caught for a 1st down, and maybe some more. Breaking loose, has nothing but daylight in front of him. Back-to-back passing touchdowns here in Anderson, and the Rams finally get on the board. Make it 19-6. They'll go for the conversion to try and make it a 12-point game. What a play. Great job of breaking some tackles there by the receiver. We didn't get a roster from the Rams, but hats off to that young man and the quarterback as well. He's had a rough day, gotten sacked and beaten up a lot, but had just enough time to deliver that throw. As we finally got some cloud coverage here, but it is the tiniest little clouds we've ever seen, so we'll probably go back to incredible brightness in just a moment here. 5:42 left in the game. The clock is stopped right now on the conversion attempt. It'll start back up here in just a moment. And yeah, I tell you, the Rams are lucky the clock stopped on this one because it has taken them a really long time to get lined up here. I didn't see them huddle, so they do have a little bit more time to play with on that end, but they're going to have to get moving or else risk a delay of game. They're really pushing it. And the refs are going to let it slide. And they fake the handoff. Oh, didn't have time to throw that one. Wrapped up in the backfield by that Seminoles defense. Another sack. And that'll keep it at 19-6. The Seminoles will get the ball back. unless there's some kind of onside kick rule that I'm not familiar with, but it does look like the Rams defense is getting ready to head out there. 12-point game. They'll need to force a turnover to stay in this one. Again, we've seen it before, and we may see it again. The Seminoles can really chew up some clock when they get that ground game going. We saw them in the first game we streamed for them against the Anderson County YMCA. They had the ball for the entire third quarter. They did not give it up. They started the half with the ball, and they did not give it up until about halfway into the fourth. It was a 12-minute possession. So they've got the potential to run this clock out if they can get the looks they need. But all that hinges on being able to gain positive yards, and that Rams defense has made it tricky these past couple of plays. So here's 1st and 10. Clock is rolling here. We'll probably be below 5 minutes by the time it gets snapped. The sun, as I'm sure you can see, starting to come back out. Ball spotted on the 20. We'll see what they got dialed up here. And the Seminoles predictably taking their time, really milking that clock. And low snap, it is fielded, and looks like Young on the carry, and brought down right around the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 8. So not a big game, but it does keep that clock rolling. Good job by Young to not go out of bounds on that one as well. Would have stopped the clock automatically. Gain of 2 is the official call. Ball spotted on the 20, actually just a gain of 1, spotted on the 21-yard line. We'll be below 4 minutes when this one gets snapped. And now you can see the Seminoles breaking the huddle. Skill players taking just an extra moment to stay back there, as we got a little bit of cloud coverage creeping its way back in. Not much. And here we go. They're going to try the reverse. Oh, and a fumble. Weston couldn't hang on to it. He might have been looking upfield. He had nothing but green grass in front of him. And oh, I thought he was down. How did he break that tackle? Amir Weston going ballistic. And eventually brought down after the craziest gain of 5 yards you'll ever see. What a play. Amir Weston, he is, I feel like we call his name just over and over every week, but he makes just play after play after play. And making a bunch of plays on that one. First off, I mean, just recovering the fumble, that's hard enough sometimes. A lot of times you see players just dive down on it, play it safe, but he was already looking upfield, and then the shake and bake to be able to get out all those tackles and turn what probably should have been a loss of 5 or 6 into a gain of 6. That is really impressive. 3rd down and 4 coming up. 2:40 left to go in the game. Kind of up to interpretation about whether or not the Rams will even see the ball again. It all hinges on whether or not the Noles are able to pick up this 1st down. Barring a big loss, I wouldn't be too surprised if they go for it on 4th. And they're going to try and run straight up the middle, but there was penetration immediately. I don't know who was at quarterback, but they didn't have a chance. That's going to be a loss of 2. It'll bring up 4th down and 6, and now I would imagine the Seminoles are going to punt. They're definitely talking about it. Again, if it was 4th and 15, it'd be a no-brainer. But 4th and 6, I feel like they think they can pick this one up, and the Rams are going to give them an extra moment to talk about it. Timeout taken by the Rams. 2:10 left to go in the ball game. And the Seminoles huddling up. They're going to go for it. I think this is the right call. Because, I mean, if you're deep in your own territory, sure, but if you do pick this thing up, as the Seminoles have shown they can do, so long as they get the edge, game's over. Wouldn't be surprised, I was about to say wouldn't be surprised if we saw Weston try to throw it again, but he's going to line up as a receiver toward the left side of your screen. We got her ready for play. Here's 4th and 6. Looks like Keon Young is going to line up to take the snap. And, whoa, fumble on the play, and it doesn't really matter who has it. The Rams are going to get it anyway, but I do think the Rams actually recovered. Indeed, they did. So they actually kind of gain a yard on that when it was recovered in the backfield. 1st down and 10 coming up for the Rams. One last chance to try and get this within one possession. I tell you, though, they've got 2 timeouts. If they can score really quick here, use 2 timeouts, and then stop the Seminoles, this one may not be over after all. So that last touchdown they gave up really starts to sting here. It was 4th down and 13, too. They had the Seminoles beat. It was just that one receiver that got behind the defense. They caught him napping on the back end, and Amir Weston was able to throw that touchdown to make it 18-6. Then they punched in the conversion afterward. That was a huge play, and got another huge play potentially here. Oh, that's still loose! And the Seminoles get it right back. Kyle Bordelon with the recovery, and that one is going to put it away. The Rams do have 2 timeouts, but 1 first down wins the game here with 1:45 to go. So what you absolutely could not have comes to fruition for the Rams. They've had some struggles with high snaps all game, but now really starting to rear its head, and the Seminoles are more than likely going to win this one. It's not quite over, but it's definitely close. But again, don't go anywhere after this one. We've got the Bills and the Cowboys coming up. Should be about 50. I think they're going to give them 15 minutes to warm up. That game was originally slated to kick at 11:15. But again, with the homecoming stuff, it's been pushed back just a hair. Ball spotted on the 35-yard line. Again, not quite a kneel-down situation since the Rams have those timeouts. Seminoles are going to have to pick up a first down. And against this Rams defense, that has been tough sledding. Looks like they're going to go with Keon Young at quarterback on this one. And a low snap. They're going to try the reverse. And, oh, a double reverse. Kennebrew has the ball, but, man, that Rams defense did a good job of snuffing it out. At least initially, Kennebrew into the open field. And I don't think he got the first down, but he got 9 yards. Wow. A double reverse. Going to pick up 9. We got a man down for the Rams, but he's sitting up. I think he's just a little banged up. Doesn't look to be anything too serious. 1:24 to go. Clock is stopped because of an injured player. 2nd down and 1 coming up when we return. Seminoles just need 1 yard to put this one away. Probably been the stingiest defense they've faced so far, but they've made just enough big plays to keep themselves ahead. And they're going to go with number 4. That's Princeton Davis in at quarterback on this one. Would not at all be surprised if they just take it straight up the middle. And instead, they're going to try a sweep. They got the yardage initially. Amir Weston throws a block, and that one might do it. It wasn't a pretty block, but Weston threw his man off just enough to be able to clear up a lane for that first down, and that one should do it. I don't know that the Rams are going to use their timeouts, but we got a kneel-down situation. Assuming they don't, clock will roll. Ball spotted on the 47-yard line. It's 1st and 10, though now we got a timeout, so the Rams are going to use it. But the game clock is definitely not in their favor. They can burn it one more time, so you assume they take a knee here, another timeout by the Rams, they take another knee, then on 3rd down, you'd be able to burn it. So I know we just said a 1st down wins the game, but now, just to put the icing on the cake, another 1st down wins the game. That's pretty much where we are. Looks like we got 33 seconds to go. The Rams doing everything they can to get the ball back one more time. Keon Young takes the snap. He's going to throw and hang it up there. Caught! And we got another 1st down for the Seminoles. I think that was number 10 with the reception. That'd be Norris on the catch if I got the number right, but I'm not sure. Clock will stop temporarily while they get the chains reset. 21 seconds left to go in the game. Ball's going to be spotted on the opposite 45. Timeout taken by the Rams. So they're still banking on being able to force a turnover here. Though now, especially with no timeouts, it really is a kneel-down situation. All the Seminoles have to do is hang on to the ball, and they'll win the game. Now, the Rams, again, they are not going to make it easy. And the Seminoles looked like they were set initially. Now go back to their coach to huddle up and get the play call in. All right, and we've got our ready for play. Ball on the check that. I said the 45 earlier. It's actually on the 40. 21 seconds left to go. Bills and the Cowboys, you can't see them on your screen now, but they are ready to roll. And another low snap, this time brought in by Davis, trying to break it to the right side, and he gains a couple of yards. That should do it. No fumble forced on the play. That was really the last hope the Rams had. Clock will roll, no timeouts. And did the Seminoles call one? And, oh, we got a timeout for an injured player. Oh, I hate to see that. Clock is stopped at 7 seconds even. And it does look like he's up. Can't get the number, but I believe he's going to be okay. So they will roll the clock, and that will be it. The Seminoles take the win, 19-6 over the Rams. A big performance by the Seminoles offense. Had some big plays, some big passes as well. A little uncharacteristic, but against a stingy defense that was going to force them to do some new things to win, they did some new things, and they do come up with the win. 19-6. It's a 12-point victory for the Seminoles. And the kids will shake hands as we gear up for game number 2 in this series. Bills taking on the Cowboys in just a few moments.